They found that the hip thrust group showed greater improvement in their sprint performance, especially during the start of the sprint. So in my last video, I spoke about Su Bingtian and how he was able to run 9.83. Now for this video, I have something more specific. We're going to be talking about his amazing acceleration. Actually, just take a look at this video right here. Isn't it amazing? Wouldn't you love to improve your acceleration? So that's exactly what I did for this video. I put together 5 key exercises that you guys can do to improve your acceleration. Now, I learned a lot from my last video on Su Bingtian's training method, and I also did some further research for you guys, and I also brought my own personal experiences as well. Now, the real question in all of this is, where do you actually begin training to improve your acceleration? Is that in here? I don't think so. Well, how about here, the track? Actually, nah. It's a little too early for that. It begins in here, the gym, but first we have some important things to talk about, so let's go back. Now I know exactly what you're thinking. This man is wearing a completely different shirt than before, and that's correct. This is a whole week later. That's because I got caught up in schoolwork. But now let's finally get to the main topic here. Now you may ask yourself, why did he say it starts in the gym? Well, gym-based training enhances acceleration capacity through 2 key main mechanisms. What are these 2 key mechanisms? Now, before I tell you, I want you guys to pause the video, go in the comments, and I want you guys to give your answer. I want to know if you guys know as well, or just take a guess, all right? So I'll wait for you guys. All right, the mechanisms are improving your maximum force production capabilities and improving your rate of force production capability. To work on those 2 things, you have to combine strength and power. And how do you do that? First, you have to get your max strength up, and then you have to work on plyometrics to get your explosive power up. Let's first start with max strength. I'm going to break down how you can improve your max strength for better acceleration. Let's take the squat as an example. Now, there are many types of different exercises you should be doing as well, but let's just use the squats as an example. Research has shown that if you can do double your body weight, it automatically correlates to higher speed, higher power, and higher jumping ability as well. So yes, the amount of weight you lift does matter, but it's relative to your body weight. You don't have to worry about what he or she is doing, how much he or she is lifting. Worry about improving your own strength. And now we have moving the weight fast. Again, let's take squats as an example. So research has shown that if you do 60 to 80% of your 1 rep max and you try to move the weight as fast as you can, that also correlates to higher speed and acceleration. Now I'm gonna give you guys a breakdown on how you can improve your max strength in the gym. You see, I got it all written down right here, so it's gonna be nice and informational, as you guys can see right here. All right, but no, for real, I'm not using that, but let's get into it. To improve max strength, you have to do your exercises in basic strength sets and rep schemes, such as 3x3, 5x5, or 6x2, once or twice a week. The rep scheme is for increasing strength, not size. You want to be doing 80 to 90% of your 1 rep max, and it is critical you do not go to failure. All right, so finally, let's get to the top 5 exercises that I've chosen for you guys. So first off, we have hip thrusts. Now, hip thrusts are fantastic for building your posterior chain, which are made up of your hamstrings, lower back, and your glutes. Now, these muscles are critical when it comes to improving speed, but don't take it from me. Let's see what the researchers said. Researchers in Spain recruited 24 adolescent female soccer players to perform a 7-week progressive training program to determine whether back squats or hip thrusts were more effective for 20-meter sprints. They found that the hip thrust group showed greater improvement in their sprint performance, especially during the start of the sprint. As you guys can see in this video, I'm using lightweight. This is just a demonstration for you guys. But if you don't do them regularly, then start light, and as you get more used to them and stronger, increase the weight and speed at which you perform them at. Eventually, you want to be doing single leg hip thrusts to make sure things are balanced out, because your stronger side always tends to do just a little bit more. And now we have box jumps. Now, like I said earlier, when it comes to improving acceleration, you need to work on both strength and power, and that's where box jumps come in. They work on power. Now, box jumps are very simple, but yet very effective. Just like with any plyometrics exercise, you need to be careful when it comes to doing box jumps, because they do take a heavy toll on the body, your muscles, your joints, central nervous system. It's all about quality, not quantity when it comes to plyometrics. When it comes to box jumps, I suggest doing a session once a week on the low box and increase the height and intensity as you get better at it. I'd also recommend doing 3 sets of 5 reps. And of course, we got back squats, one of the most effective exercises. Now, being able to do double your body weight in this exercise has been proven to increase speed and acceleration. But as I mentioned earlier, you want to perform them with speed and without going to failure. Common workout professional sprint coaches have their athletes do when it comes to the squat is to start heavy, and they do about 3 sets of 3 reps with 90% of their 1 rep max. And they finish their squat session doing 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps, moving the weight fast and explosively. Deadlifts are one of the best exercises you can do as an athlete. They target the whole body, but the true emphasis is on the hamstrings and your glutes, which we established earlier are critical for improving acceleration and overall speed. When it comes to how you should perform them, deadlifts have a very similar concept to back squats. You want to lift heavy, but you also want to move the weight fast and explosively to really target those fast twitch muscle fibers and your central nervous system. I'd recommend doing 3 sets of 3 reps with 90% of your 1 rep max, and then 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps explosively. Now, last but not least, we have horse-style kettlebell swings. I bet this is a surprise for you, but kettlebell swings are one of the best exercises you can do to improve acceleration. They really target your hip complex. There's a ton of research showing that the stronger your hip muscles are, the faster an athlete is. The key here is to do them explosively, quick but controlled. I recommend doing 3 sets of 6 to 8 reps with weights that are challenging but not too heavy. Alright, that's it for this video, guys. But before I go, I really want to recommend you guys a book called Easy Strength. Now, a lot of the information I got for this video came from that book, and I learned so much, especially when it comes to lifting weights, how to do them properly. They have a ton of information. They have coaches, like professional track coaches, that give their opinion on how they train their athletes and so on, and just professional weightlifters as well. So I really recommend that book. It's called Easy Strength. So make sure you grab it. It's on Kindle. It's only like $8 to $10. Like I said, I highly recommend it. And that's it for this video. Please, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something, make sure to like, subscribe, take care of yourself, get faster. Peace out, y'all.